Hello and welcome back to Terrific Tarot Time. We have made it to a third episode. I can't believe it. We're still on. Oh my goodness. So, last week's pick was The Spy Who Shagged Me. So, we ready? What's today's movie? We went 3 cards last time, 5 cards. But no cards fell out. You notice that? Come on, Spirit. Spirit. What should the collective watch? Netflix isn't helping. Hulu, Paramount Plus. Oh, we have 1. We have 2. We have 3. Spirit, answer. Hear that? Answer. Alright. We have the 2 of Swords again. Huh. We have the 7 of Swords. We had this on our first one. I did shuffle. You see? Oh, 8. We have this again. I'm gonna go another 2. Oof. We have nothing but swords and cups. Who shuffled this deck? Alright, so we have the 2 swords again, which we should remember. Blinded by choice, but this is the beginning of our journey. We're still blinded. We're still not trusting the sappy sorcerer and his movie choices because they may not be what we like. But at some point, maybe we'll trust. So the 7 of Swords, this is a fun card. Usually it's a card of taking away our enemy's weapons. You're changing the playing field, right? So imagine if we just took away CGI and IPs. Would movies change? Could you do a movie that's not an established intellectual property? Is that too much for you? We used Spy Who Shagged Me last week, and we used another movie that was kind of, derivative of something, but maybe something original with no sequels, no spin-offs, no prequels, just something original. Something that there was one of, there's not 2 of. It could be part of something, but maybe it's not. You could just watch it and stop. I see this again, the swords upside down. But the 4 swords, it's a resting energy, and there's a lot of air energy. So air is moving, Air energy is your Aquariuses, your Geminis, and your Libras. So if you are one of those, sword energy. And then we have cup energy, water. I see cup energy, 5 of Cups. I actually wrote a poem called The 5 of Cups. You can find it on Quality Attempted Podcast, which is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, and SoundCloud. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is usually someone looking down, and it's usually a man in all black. Man in black looking down, 2 cups falling before him, lost the taste of wine, 3 cups behind him. No, 3 cups in front, 2 cups behind. Just turn around and your fortune can turn around. So I'm seeing an independent movie, and I'm seeing we're getting a lot of similar energy. You're getting the same old, and you're kind of praying for something. You're praying for something. You just want something different. And you're like, I keep getting the same crap, and I don't care anymore. I lost the taste for these movies because I want something a little more original. All right, for originality, where do we go for original movies? That's a tough one. I'm gonna take an oracle card, okay? Creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Heaven on earth. Ah. A Matter of Life and Death by Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger, The Archers. They directed several feature films under that title, where they were producer and director, including The Red Shoes, Criterion Collection, you have to know that. Black Narcissus, which Martin Scorsese, I believe, is one of his favorite films of all time. Jack Cardiff did the cinematography and the Technicolor pictures, to quote my friend Marty Scorsese, who is not my friend. He probably doesn't even know who I am, so that's a lie. I'm not friends with him. I'm not that cool. And Martin Scorsese films, a lot of his are original, but there is one that, he's a controversial figure amongst comic book fans because of his comments. And legacy sequels are big this year, right? Top Gun Maverick showing that after a certain amount of years, still got it, which it's a more practical done film with it's a different movie than we've been seeing, and it's doing well, and it's nice to see that, especially Tom Cruise has had a lot of ups and downs, and he's had Mission Impossible, but it's also nice to him return to this film, which they originally set out to do. So I've talked about Top Gun a lot. Everywhere else, you get that. What I really like about A Matter of Life and Death, it's a reverse Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz is the world is sepia and the fantasy fictional world is all color. And this movie, I'm saying this movie like this is the card. This movie, I actually saw in a David Lynch class when I was studying film. And my teacher showed us a bunch of different films, and he showed us this film. This one really stood out to me because it's the dream world, and they were known for the Technicolor parts. So heaven was in black and white, and the real world was Earth, meaning you want to be on Earth. You don't want to be dead. And the way they did the black and white scenes is they actually stripped it of color, but it kept going from black and white to color, and that was actually a thing in the 40s, especially when color was seen a little bit more of a luxury for a lot of films. It still was, probably until the middle of the 60s, where almost everything after the late 60s became full color, just as standard, with a minor deviation here or there, but most of the time they don't shoot in black and white, they'll just take away the color. If you want an original movie, I don't know if it's original because biopics are the thing these days. Ed Wood from 1994 was actually shot in black and white, so the makeup of the movie was done black and white, done in that classic style versus shooting it in color and desaturating it, which they did in A Matter of Life and Death or Stairway to Heaven. It has multiple titles. Once again, Two Swords were always challenging because they can't agree on a title. But anyway, A Matter of Life and Death seems a little too harsh for American audiences, so they changed it to A Stairway to Heaven. And then, not saying they couldn't have handled it, it just the marketing people thought they couldn't handle it. And it is a British-made film, so I really like that movie. I really think you would like it too if you gave it an opportunity. It is, I know it is available in the Criterion Collection. It may be on the Criterion Channel. I know it is owned by Sony, I believe is the rights holder for the film. So check that one out. But the plot, I mean, I could tell you the plot. It's a very sweet romance movie, and it has that magic of film and the things that we like in heaven and earth and angels and stuff, but it's done very comedically in the middle of World War II during the war. And if you think Captain America and the First Avenger feels a little familiar while you're watching the movie in the beginning, that scene with Peggy at the end, that's kind of their launching point. So think of 2011's Captain America at the end when he's talking on the radio to her. You do the 1944 or 49, I don't remember what version, I don't remember the exact year at this moment, but I do know the movie. And you have a beautiful scene. The only difference is it's a romantic movie, so it just keeps going on. And Captain America kind of almost was in conversation with that movie, if you've heard that term, showing that there is merit to some of these comic book movies. Even though people might not say it like Martin Scorsese, I still believe it. It's just it's beginning to wane on me with the amount. But still, there is a positive Marvel comment, so take it. Come on. A Matter of Life and Death, aka A Ladder to Heaven, Stairway to Heaven. Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger. This week's pick for Terrific Tarot Time. Thank you so much. I've been the Sappy Sorcerer. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this sort of content. If you don't, that's cool too. You don't have to like everything. Seriously, have you seen all the movies? You probably don't like all of them. Why should any of us? Take care.